Bam. We're doing this in like full quarantine social distancing style.
Indeed.
Not that we ever really did Reddit videos in the same room anyway.
I mean, that's true, but we'll ignore that.
We're doing it for the virus. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another subreddit video. As you might already be able to tell, I'm joined by George.
That's me. I'm back again. I've not been here in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. This is George, also known as Red. You might recognize him as the guy that pops up whenever the word red comes up in a video. But yeah, today we're going to be looking at r/dnd memes, because me and George both play D&D, so I thought it would be a good video to get him in on.
Yeah.
And a little thing I'm going to mention is George is setting up a D&D podcast type thing.
Yes.
That I'm going to be in. So
it's called, title is a work in progress. It's called Take a Short Rest.
Oh, I like it. That's a good name. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
So, does it have a YouTube channel up?
No, it's just going to be on my own one.
Ah, fair enough. Well, if any of that content is up before this video, I will have a link to it in the description of this video. Right, now let's get into the subreddit. This is going to be a long one, I can tell already. The priest tries to convert the spider people to his religion.
Ah.
I warn him that he doesn't speak a word of their language. He rolls with disadvantage. He rolls 2 nat 20s. This is a pretty relatable experience, I feel.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a priest or a bard. Do you want to hear the word of
The Raven Queen.
Tries to remember 5th edition gods? I was gonna go Paladine. No.
I mean,
Bahamut. Whatever, however you say it. His word.
Bahamut. Villagers I saved that want to bury their murdered family's bodies. My necromancer that was promised anything for saving the town from bandits.
I want to play a necromancer like this at some point.
Chaotic, neutral, bordering on evil necromancer.
This is one I sent. I sent this to the group chat.
This is indeed.
Pick up the book closest to you. Go to page 206. The first sentence explains your love life. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon, which deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage.
So, when you originally posted this, I had Volo's Guide to Monsters next to me. Page 206. The first sentence on page 206 is, Pitmasters are Yuan-Ti Malison priests that have made a pact with the god Mershulk and seek to rouse him from his slumber by sacrificing humanoids to him.
Which I think everybody can relate to.
Absolutely.
O Panzer of the Lake, what is your wisdom?
Religion should be a wisdom stat and medicine should be an intelligence stat. That makes sense.
I agree.
Because clerics use wisdom and doctors are smart.
It feels very bizarre that, like, medicine is a science, and not to offend anybody, but religion isn't exactly a science as of this moment.
I mean...
Moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
When you say you want to attack the ancient red dragon and the DM responds with, which one?
Oof, not...
Just gonna zoom in on that face.
Not quite got to that one yet. I did almost put your party against... Actually, I think I did. I put your party one time against I think it was an adult black and an adult white dragon.
Yeah, I remember that.
More on that on my podcast. Plug, plug, plug.
We've got to try and avoid spoiling D&D stories.
Yeah.
And save them for the podcast. If you're listening to this and you want to hear more about the black and white dragon, go to www.thislinkdoesn'texist.com.
I'm going to get that link and make it go to my channel.
Sponsored by Squarespace.
Oh no. If only.
Squad, please hit me up.
Every D&D player trying to have online sessions all of a sudden. The Roll20 servers.
It's topical, everybody.
It's topical, and actually it was all right for me yesterday.
Was it? I haven't tried it. The rogue when he sees his own wanted poster.
It's me!
This was me when I was playing Cloak and Mask Were you? I don't know if you were there when that happened. Oh, hang on.
Not when...
Apologies for that. My sister just came in with chocolate.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, wasn't there when that happened, but...
I will reserve the story.
Reserve the story.
Basically, I'll reserve it for your podcast. But to sum it up, Cloak and Mask committed crimes and ended up on wanted posters.
We might have to do multiple episodes of my podcast.
We'll see. We'll discuss after this.
Yes. I swear, I will have revenge for the death of my brother.
You have my bow.
And my axe.
And your brother.
I mean, true. Necromancers, meme lords of D&D, as well as bards.
Yep. I didn't, before I went onto this subreddit specifically for this video, I had not seen this many necromancer memes.
Mm-hmm.
But, out of nowhere, I rolled a nat 20 for seducing the dragon.
The dragon becomes interested in you enough to not kill you immediately.
I rolled another nat 20. Gonna tap that soon.
I didn't even... Alright. The dragon takes you to its lair for immediate copulation, that's the word. Upon arrival, due to the obvious incompatibility of anatomy, the dragon polymorphs into a human form.
Nice. What does she look like?
Exactly like you.
Wait, what?
I'm saying you can go f*** yourself.
This is how I want every, I Seduce the Dragon to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Next door Mimu. I was chatting with a group of kids at a holiday party at an arcade. I asked how those games held up compared to Fortnite. An 11-year-old looked me dead in the face and said,
Fortnite is over. No one plays that in my school anymore.
And I instantly shriveled into an aged husk. Me. So what's cool then?
Have you heard of this game called Dungeons and Dragons?
Me choking on my wine. What?
What?
It's gone full circle.
Yeah, boy, we cool again, I guess.
I have been looking forward to the day where kids start playing Dungeons and Dragons and it's like have you heard of this game?
Boy, it's good to be nerdy. Playing for 6-ish years.
I think one of my images is corrupt.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, it's a GIF file.
No!
It was a funny GIF and it corrupted. Okay, we won't have the funny GIF.
Oh, that's sad.
Alas, when number 13 comes up, we will have to skip it.
Wah.
I can't even delete it.
Truck carrying gaming dice spills onto highway. Rolls a perfect 756,000. Though unfortunately it happened, nobody got hurt and we now own the unofficial world record for the largest dice roll in history. Okay, but this is the best part of the article. Considering the average roll of 2 6-sided dice is around 7, and approximately 216,000 dice were rolled, Trivium estimates that the total rolled is 756,000. The truck was undamaged, having made its saving throw. I mean, yeah.
By quite a margin, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of dice.
That is a lot of dice. That is a God knows how high a level fireball right there.
When I first saw the picture, I didn't know what I was looking at when I saw the shovel with all the dice. I thought it was like Orbeez or something. This is something that I've considered doing. Railroading your players to go into one specific town. Letting them pick between multiple towns. They're all the same town anyway.
Classic Matt Mercer meme right here.
I don't really watch Crit Roll, but I do enjoy Matt Mercer memes.
I've been spending this quarantine time binge watching Critical Role and it's not good.
But yeah, I mean, that's like game, like script writing 101 right there. Like for D&D campaigns, like I don't want to write up multiple villages, so I'll let you think you have the choice.
They're all the same town, it turns out.
This meme was made by Telltale Games.
Oof. Illusion of choice. D&D tip to all known players out there. If you cast Reduce on yourself, you'll only weigh about 5 pounds. You can fly by grabbing yourself by the collar with Mage Hand. Great for dramatic getaways.
I really want to play a gnome specifically for this.
And do you know what you should call him? Mage Hans.
Oh, Mage Hans. he's going to be best friends with Boblin the Goblin.
Oh, yes.
There are so many cool weapons here. I mean, look at this. What are you gonna use?
Rusty iron spear.
Nice.
I find that I just don't understand why they don't use all the like magic weapons. Are they just not allowed?
They're not high enough level to use them.
Ah.
See, skeletons don't have any attunement slots, so they can't attune to the magical weapons. So that's why, unfortunately.
But what about first edition?
Now that's different, and we're not getting into that because that is a long and complicated road.
As is anything in first edition.
I mean, you're right, but you shouldn't say it.
Are you ready for the longest meme in the collection?
Oh, let's go, boys.
Be me, sleep-deprived DM half an hour ago. Get startled by phone ringing. It's one of my players. Me. Dude, it's midnight, you good?
Yeah, sorry if I woke you. Could I ask you a favor?
Oh god, he killed someone.gif. Sure, shoot.
My daughter can't sleep. Could you tell a quick story over the speakerphone? She loves listening to the recordings of our sessions before bed, but I left my laptop at the office so I can't play them.
Nani the MP3? She listens to us to fall asleep?
Yeah, but she really likes your plot and NPC acting bits. She calls you Dum Dum Mister. Guess Dungeon Masters is a bit hard for a preschooler.
Wow, well, if it helps her sleep, then sure.
Thank you. Okay, give me a sec to head back to her room. Okay, you're on speaker.
Hey, daughter's name, it's Uncle Anon.
Dum Dum Mister.
I've never been happier to be called a dum-dum.jpg. You ready for a story about DM improv skills? Engage. The time your daddy and... I hate that word. Every time that word comes up. Oh. The time your dad and his friends went deep into a cursed temple to save a frost dragon egg?
Eee.
I then proceeded to spend nearly 20 minutes spitballing a story over the phone for the most fascinated little girl until she eventually fell asleep. Friend thanks me for the help and says he'll see me on game night. Lay down in bed and actually feel content and comfortable for once. I should have thanked him. I am the dum-dum mister.
Aw, that is adorable.
So wholesome. The dum-dum mister.
The
I love that.
Dum-Dum Mister.
Cue the French music.
Ho ho ho.
Thinking your DM is doing a terrible French accent. Thinking your DM is doing a perfect accent for the city the NPC is from, and that it sounds a bit like French.
Ho 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 ho, baguette.
Oh, oui, la baguette. Ah.
Well, now that all of my French audience is gone.
What was that bit at the end? Ah.
Oh.
R.I.P. anybody watching this that was French.
That's French.
I've now got no French audience left. You can read this one.
When your new party spends 20 minutes RPing, getting to know each other around a campfire with no input from you as the DM. Yeah.
I enjoy when this happens.
Yeah, it's fun. From both the player side and the DM side.
I've both been in situations where I was playing and this has happened, and I've DM'd when this has happened. Specific stories may be found on George's channel, depending on whether we talk about it or not. Get that plug in!
Take a short rest, take a short rest!
I need an air horn and it'll go do-do-do-do-do, and it'll just say take a short rest. People that don't understand the context are just like, why does he want me to rest so much? When you get the party to draw their characters, but everyone has different art styles.
I mean... it's like in one game where our DM was like, get characters, and like loads of people got theirs off the internet. I drew mine and it was like very different to the rest of them.
Welcome, mortal, to the end of exit. Oh, it's you again.
Hi.
Big weekend?
You betcha. Did you redecorate?
OMG, yes, thanks for noticing.
Oh, getting healed. Tell Nancy I said hi.
See you next week.
The life of every barbarian.
The life of every D&D character, basically.
That was a zealot barbarian first, and I don't remember if I saved it or not.
Zealot barbarians are the best barbarians.
Divination specialists are often portrayed as passive servants of fate. Shuck the stereotype by playing yours as a bit more proactive.
Yeah, I foresee that before the next full moon, this house will be nothing but charred ruins.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
This is called playing a murder hobo, for those of you that don't know D&D terms.
I mean, to be more accurate to all of the memes, that last bit should be wizard throwing a fireball into the house.
Yeah. Yeah, what kind of wizard brings around torches?
Use fireball and only fireball. Just fireball. Just fireball. Just fireball. Get to level 20 wizard and you have fireball as your one spell that you can cast like as many times a day as you want. Our druid transformed into a snake. He takes his role very seriously. Whack.
Now want to do this. If I ever play someone with the ability to transform into a snake, I'm gonna do this. Sugar and dice. Edible dice sets. Dice. Rolls a 1.
Thank you.
The party not knowing they're edible. If they probably are really expensive.
Probably.
If they weren't expensive, I would absolutely do this.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Beep bop boop bop. Googling intensifiers.
Googling. I just spelt sugar wrong. Sugar and dice. Shop. This is not what I thought it would be. This is the wrong website.
Oh no.
I think this is a cafe. Etsy, sugar and dice, and everything's nice. Wow, what a catchphrase.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
Makes sense.
that's a lot of. Where are the actual dice? Sugar dice sets. There they are. Oh, I don't think they sell them anymore. No!
No, sad times. Well,
I wanted to see how much they were. Completely myself in the D&D game I run by doing a flashback series to the founding of the city/setting and accidentally including a mountain that doesn't exist in the present day. In the present day, one of the players said, "I'm excited to find out what happens to the mountain." Me too, buddy. Oh, and then I didn't see this part. He followed it up. How are we disposing of an entire mountain in a way that means nobody in the future ever talks about the mountain that used to be there? It gets up and
walks away.
Perfect.
Are you sure no one would ever talk about it if it literally just went, oh, let's go?
I think everybody would just sort of, that it would be that it starts getting up and everybody's just like, don't look at it, don't just ignore it. It was never there. We don't want it coming back. Right, this is the final picture.
Introducing a new alignment, chaotic lawful. You have a strict moral code, but no one can figure out what the hell it is.
Not to be confused with lawful chaotic, which is creating as much chaos as possible by following the letter of the law, usually to ridiculous extremes.
I mean, yeah.
I want both of these in a party together.
Yeah. Alignment is a little weird, really.
Definitely. In first edition, people don't actually know what alignment is.
Fair.
Like you can't really ask someone, like you can't just straight up ask someone what their alignment is, in first edition at least. But it has really, really bizarre rules in how this works. Because you also have the spell, no alignment.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it's confusing.
Yeah, in 5th they kind of, like, alignment is there, but it's not used, really. It's there as a basis for creating and making a character. But nothing more than that, really. It's not got no mechanical, it's got no mechanical benefits.
Yeah, in first edition you have the rules of like specific classes have to be specific alignments.
Like paladins.
Yeah, well, like clerics, I believe, have to be lawful, but they can be lawful, good, neutral, or evil.
Really?
In first, I found out.
I'm not sure about that. Maybe we just skirted over that because I've known several not lawful clerics in first edition.
True, but I was actually looking into it because I planned on playing a cleric because I'm doing the whole outlaw thing.
Yeah.
So I was actually looking into it, and that was what I came across, and I was like, that's interesting. And I think it's mostly down to the fact that the cleric can be a cleric of any god, but they still have rules.
I guess, yeah.
The bit I always find stupid is the fact that they're not allowed to use any sharp or pointy weapons. It's like, oh, they can't draw blood, but they can happily break someone's skull in with a club. What? Why? Where does that restriction come from? Anyway, that's where I'm going to wrap up the video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you want to see D&D stories, then go over to George's podcast. It will most likely be up by the time this video is coming up because of how far ahead I record.
I wouldn't count on it.
Oh. But it'll be up at some point. For updates on when it will go up, I'm sure, George, you probably have a Twitter, right?
Sure. I mean, yeah, I do, but sure there'll be updates on there.
But you're also in my Discord, so
I am.
I'm sure you'll post about it in there when it happens. So if you guys want updates about it, join my Discord and you can ask George directly about it if you're interested.
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.
See ya.